Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome in. Kind of unexpected, I guess you can say. We made this decision, about 1 p.m. or so, Rhodes?
Yeah, we thought it was probably worthy of going live, considering the
yeah.
circumstances.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And J.R.
man,
Ewing
it's
is here making an appearance.
J.R. Ewing is in the house. That's right. He is right here. A sad day for the country, I think.
Yes.
I think it's a sad day.
Yeah. This is the kind of stuff you see in Nazi Germany, Mao's China, Stalin's Soviet Union. Who else am I missing here?
Venezuela. Yeah.
Cuba.
Yeah.
Castro's.
Cuba. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
communism has a lot to do with everything going on right now.
There is communists in the government. They disguise themselves as Democrats because, there's actually a Communist Party. You know that. But nobody gets elected from the Communist Party.
Let us start the stream out just real quick. Let me start the stream out with a good mother bleep Mitch McConnell, mother bleep Chris Christie, mother bleep who else can we think of? Mitt Romney, Nikki Haley, Ronald McDonald, mother bleep him. I thought we would just start because look, the Republicans they've got a hand in this. The limp dick nature in which they have jumped out there to not defend Trump. Look, they're cowards. Bunch of chicken shits, for crying out loud. So let us not forget the Republicans in all of this, because the Democrats are a huge problem, but you got some Democrat adjacent Republicans out there. Let's just put it like that.
Yep.
So, yeah.
They're going after Ken Paxton right now. His trial's going to be starting. Some of those guys getting exposed too.
Well, I was watching Chris Saldato earlier, and he was talking about, there's things going on right here in Texas that Texas Republicans are voting for.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. This is how weak Republicans are. The Democrats, they're not in charge of any statewide offices here in Texas. Why in the hell are Democrats given power in the Texas House and Senate? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
Nothing they want to pass should ever go through.
No.
There you go. Nothing. We hold it.
That's a problem here in Texas.
It is.
That's a problem. A lot of people probably don't know that.
We got some purple ass Republicans here in Texas. They're more purple than they're red. We got some of those jokers. Yeah.
Let me go ahead and acknowledge the chat here. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you do not mind, we got 16 people watching over here on Rumble right now. Rhodes is here, and Crystal T123 is here. Says hi guys, and Judas Pence right there. And that's the only people in the chat over here on Rumble. And Rhodes, who we got on the YouTube side?
We've got Balloon Knot. We got Joe Bob Purdue. We got John Ecliptic, Nancy Swindle, Arturist, JT Fritz, Tom Johnson, Chris McClure, Mrs. Rance, Rick McGuire, Joseph Wooten, Steve O, Adam Washington, Snoke Spinal Tap. Hello, buddy. Old school. Good to see you. Miss McGee, Nancy King, Randall Alfreck, Vince F, Miniver 765, Cat Ate the Rat, 25 The Mousetrap, Bowsette, Shorts KC15, Marshall Cervez. I don't know if that's right. I apologize if it's not. Forrest, Zach Gregg, MJ DeGoat. Yes, he is. Nope. Roy Public, Kenneth Blatchy Jr., and Charles Anthony McBroom, Tracy Bennon, Marion Turner, Eric Brown, Barry West, Angel Knight, Albert Durham in the hizzy.
Nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Smash the thumbs up button. And we do have an update here because we were wondering, man, when is he actually going to surrender with time? I thought the only word we had really got was like this afternoon, but apparently it's really more the evening. Really, really late. Newsmax actually has Trump to surrender in Fulton County at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, which is 6:30 our time. So a little under an hour. Trump is supposed to be arrested by basically the communist Fannie Willis out there in Georgia. So that is, and he's going to get a mugshot, guys. There will be a mugshot. They have made it known they want a mugshot. And I'm pretty sure, man, Fannie Willis is getting wet in the pants for this one.
No
Disgusting.
doubt. Well, and I saw something earlier. You know what was odd? Once this started, people started sort of, how do I put this? Started snooping around on her a great deal. So let me show you something here I found just a little while ago. Look at this. Benny Johnson put this out. This was something she, I guess, tweeted out in 2020, November 4th. You notice the date? Georgia could determine who our next... Yeah, that's right. Georgia could determine who our next president is. A team, in caps, of lawyers needs to watch them count every single vote, in caps. They can start in Fulton, where we are having water leaks. What ballots are they throwing out? ? Georgia, let's give an honest accounting. No stunts.
Yeah. If you guys remember, when they stopped counting in Georgia, Trump was up by 160,000 votes or something. It was massive. Then they said there was a water leak, and there was no water leak. And then they started pulling out ballots from underneath the tables. After that,
there's video of this, by the way.
There's video of it.
Yeah.
That's not a conspiracy theory. There's video of it.
I made a video on that, and when YouTube changed their policies, I had to delete it because it was like, oh my God, that's part of election fraud. You can't even whisper those two words in the same sentence together, and everybody had to start pulling stuff down.
Yep.
Did that show up in 2,000 Mules too? That water leak, was it in that movie?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I actually saw. 2,000 Mules is really, really good. I mean, it opened up some eyes of some conservatives who were kind of like, I don't believe there was much. And then you watch 2,000 Mules. I mean, I got a problem, guys. I don't believe that these quote unquote nonprofits should be out there paying people to go around collecting ballots and dumping them. That sounds suspect to me.
Shady as hell.
Yeah.
Shady as hell. Are they en route? Have they started their route? Or is rights...
let me see here. No, right now they're just they're interviewing Trump supporter out there. Oh, it's actually the guy that did the rapping, the Target rap song. They're interviewing him right now.
Oh, Forgiato Blow. Yeah, that's his name.
I guess it's him. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We do got a super chat here, Rhodes. Let's go ahead and get to this first here. Buddy Mick Walsh, channel member, supporter on the website, member live stream Friday, guys, 10 a.m. Click the join button right here on YouTube, and you can get access to it. Mick Walsh sends a €2 super chat. Long live 45. Well, thank you for that donation right there.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
And hopefully we're going to be doing that to communists.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just looking around. Bob
thanks,
J
man.
has
Thanks for that
joined the
donation.
chat.
Hey, I got a notification now that we're live on Rumble. It just
Oh,
happened.
you did?
Yeah, I just saw it pop up on my phone. Yeah. We got Bob J is here over there on Rumble as well. So maybe now we're gonna get more people going in. Man, the notification system on Rumble is not good. It is
It's
so
not.
delayed.
It's not great.
No.
And as of right now, Newsmax does not. They don't have any. We know that Trump Force One has landed in Atlanta. I do know that.
Yeah.
So I guess they're waiting for the caravan, the motorcade, to get en route, and then I assume everybody will go to that when they start getting en route and everything. John, I've got some different videos from today. If we
Okay.
want to show them,
Yeah, what do you got? What do you got?
yeah, I've got several from out there on the site where they're at right now. We have, let's see, we got supporters of President Trump. Let me correct you there, Daily Wire. And let's just play this. Let's see what we got. Trump supporters out there. It should be noted, by the way, the cops showed up and started pushing everybody further away from this thing. And evidently much further away from it than was necessary. I mean, they should not have been doing that, but they were doing it anyway. And that was, John, this was like at noon today.
Oh, okay.
And we got some more I can bring up here. Oh yeah, I want to show this because this shit is awesome.
And by the way, while you pulling it up, I just want to say there was some of these conservative outlets, man, they were all in on Ron DeSantis like a Daily Wire. And I guess, and there was other YouTubers out there as well, jump ship on Trump. And then Ron DeSantis runs a terrible campaign. Now they're jumping ship back to Trump. Funny how that works.
Yeah. I liked Ronald, but he's turned into a complete train wreck, dude. A complete train wreck. And
Vivek is a solid number 2 for me now.
Oh,
It's
without
not
a
even
doubt.
close.
In the
It's
race
not
for
even
number
close.
in the race for number 2, he's the number 2 right now.
Because make no mistake about it. The debates last night, that was the VP debates at the least. Even though we know some of these guys have no shot at being on Trump's running mate. I believe there's only like 2 people that have a shot at being Trump's running mate. Vivek and Tim Scott. I think that's about it.
I actually think it may not be either one. I'm starting to
It
hear
may
more
not
and
be
more.
either one, but I believe they had the best shot as far as the people that were actually up there. And by the way, the RNC did Larry Elder dirty.
Real dirty. Real
Rotten
damn
bastards,
dirty.
man. They did him
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah, real dirty. I want to turn this down because it got loud there for a sec. I wanted y'all to check this bus out. Look at this damn bus.
That's a nice bus.
Look at that. Okay, and that's the road we were looking down earlier.
This is just more free air.
So, yeah, the Trump bus came out there.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm hearing Larry Elder may sue their asses.
Oh, yeah.
He's talking about it. Yeah.
Now, let me
So-
say something else, man. Let me say something else. I guess we should have saw this coming. They are doing a test run right now for lockdowns next fall. They're doing a test run right now with these mask mandates, woke schools, bringing back masks, talking about, 2 weeks. That's the way this whole thing started right there.
The election year variant is on its way right now.
They're doing a test right now to see how people respond. And I believe people on the left, people on the right, are both sick and tired of lockdowns. I don't believe either side wants it, but it's the establishment media and politician. Man, Biden, if he comes out and says, I believe this would be a terrible strategic move for him, talking about masked up again, that's not going to be good look for him. He hasn't said anything yet. But
I think it'll be a wrap for him.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll get pulverized. He'll get pulverized by people on the left even now.
I know. That's why I said people on the left and the right are sick of all this.
You're more classic liberals. Bill Maher will destroy him over COVID. I don't think, and that's been one of the guys that's still sort of kept behind him. He's fucked. If he comes out and starts pulling that, we're going to talk about mask mandates and lockdowns and all this, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a real major problem.
You're right about that.
I tell you what, and somebody said something, and in fact, I'm going to lead into this in just a second after we get through with the super chats, because I was going to present this to you. One of our super chats has got something to do with something I was going to bring up to you, and it's in the same ballpark anyway. So if you want to do super chats,
I'll do the super chat here.
Okay,
right here, Paul Sherman, $5. Tucker Carlson for Trump's VP. Now, you want to know something interesting about the Tucker thing? Remember the mainstream media was out there trying to basically smear Tucker a while back, talking about how much he hated Trump and all this other stuff. That don't seem to be the case now, because Trump and Tucker, they broke the internet, man. I mean, the media was looking for anything. Both Tucker and Trump are both anti-establishment. And personally, I don't really care how Tucker personally feels about Trump. I really don't care. But it ain't working, man. The mainstream media thing is, and Tucker for Trump's VP, I like that too. I like that too.
I love it, but I will say this. I think this possibly could be more to do about Tucker 2028. Okay? I'm starting to think that all this is lining up for a look. By the time, and this is something that Patrick Bet-David presented a couple of days, maybe it was today. It was today. I was watching him. And he said he thinks there's a real fire beginning to turn around Tucker, possibly running in 2028. And the fact that everything that Tucker puts out, Elon retweets it. They estimated today, looking at Tucker's current Twitter reach, or X, that by the time we got around to 2027, Tucker's going to have about 50 million followers on that platform.
Yeah.
Okay? So they were talking about with the reach, the fact that Elon's sort of backing Tucker right now, and Tucker and Trump are starting to get a little bit more tight. They think it may be a situation where Tucker is trying to get ready to get some political backing from Trump for 2028. And they think that may be part of it. So that's an interesting watch, because if you remember when Trump, when the election happened, one of the narratives out there as somebody that might run, because we didn't know if Trump would run again or not. We hadn't heard yet. He hadn't announced.
Right.
And Tucker was coming up then. For 2024, he was already coming up. And but that was before we found out Trump was going to run again. You know, Trump waited a while. What was it, about 4 or 5 months before he announced he was going to run?
Yeah.
So anyway, that's interesting.
Speaking of Tucker, I was actually, I listen to Salcedo all the time. Salcedo is a big Trump fan, and we know that Salcedo despises the Democrat Party. And Trump said something last night, because I believe that interview was really to kind of gauge, the more moderate person as well as some Democrats. Trump came out and said that there's a lot of good Democrats in the Democrat Party as well. I think he was actually more referring to Democrat voters more so than the politicians themselves. Because I believe a lot of this division actually stems from the politicians themselves more so than the Democrat voter. But Salcedo this morning was furious about that. But I don't believe Trump could actually come out and say, hey, Democrats are complete trash. I don't think he can actually come out and say that when you're trying to win office. I don't think he can actually do that. I don't think you should actually go out there and trash the Democrat voter the way that Joe Biden did. Joe Biden trashed 75 million Trump voters, calling MAGA Republican. What did he say? What do you call MAGA Republican?
Ultra MAGA.
No,
Ultra
something
MAGA.
else. He's domestic terrorists or something like that. He said.
Oh, the extreme MAGA.
Yeah,
what do
yeah.
you say? The extremist party of the MAGA Republicans, or something
along
like
those
that?
lines, right there. Something along those lines. But Trump didn't go on the attack of the Democrat voter last night. So thanks for that super chat, Paul. We do appreciate that.
I shouldn't. Do it.
There we go. Chop off communism. And we got a $50 super sticker from Charles Anthony Broom. We appreciate it. What does that super sticker actually look like? I didn't even get the chance to see it. It is, I don't even know what would you even call it?
Ooh,
Look like a person riding on a rocket.
hold on.
Guess-
Let me go look. Oh, of course you did, YouTube. Of course you demonetized the stream. Well, why wouldn't you?
This stream?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't matter. Usually I actually turn off monetization, but I just turned it on for some reason. I don't know why.
Let's see
Doesn't
if
matter.
I can see it. All right, I'm bringing it up. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it is a. Is that a bird? What is
I
that?
thought it
Riding a
was like
rocket?
Yeah. Yep.
He's flying his little ass off, isn't he? Yeah,
Yep.
he sure is.
We appreciate that.
Thank you.
If I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
And we got $2 here from Forrest, CRT Full Force on the debate. May Vivek diversity.
Huh.
What exactly do you
CRT
mean?
Full Force debate made Vivek diversity. I know he's very much. Didn't he write a book on being anti woke or something like that?
I'm not really sure.
I know he's been very, very vocal about there needs to be a revolution in the country, and part of that is the disintegration of wokeness, essentially, has to take place in this. In other words, the things like using diversity in order to, promote somebody based on skin color or based on sexual
Right.
preference or some bullshit like that. In other words, once again, we're not looking to hire the best, most qualified people. We're looking to give a social hire, and I know
Right.
he's very much against that. And while you're doing that, let me just bring this up right quick. And I don't have the sound up. I don't want to listen to these turds anyway. But that's just a screenshot right here. I've got CNN up, and
Okay.
I don't care what they have to say. But there's another view live right there. Okay, you see that bus? How far out that is?
The sheriff's bus?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the Trump supporters are way down here somewhere. They were up here. You see where these camera guys are? And they
Okay.
pushed them all back down the road earlier. And nobody knows why. A couple of conservative pundits were out there earlier, and they were giving them shit over pushing everybody back. They were like, you're infringing on our First Amendment rights to be here. And to cover this, they were trying to push the non-mainstream media down the road. As you can expect, we don't want the conservative pundits up here taking part in this.
Now, shouldn't the I don't know how this exactly works here, but shouldn't the Secret Service kind of be taking charge as far as like security?
I would think so.
You would think so.
If they put his ass in jail, what is that going to do? Are they going to shut down a whole wing?
Hold on 1 second, Rhodes. We got a massive thunderclap here. I don't know if it's about to rain here. If so, this would be the first drop of rain. This was you didn't hear that through my headphones?
I heard that.
That was a massive thunderclap.
Did you hear it? Something blew up. Praise Jesus, man! If it's going to rain at your house,
and we need it because I was going to make a video yesterday on the sports channel. I called Rhodes. The front of my subdivision is full with trees that were burning down and we found out apparently somebody had a cigarette butt, threw it out. There's been no rain. It's been hot and everything. So, and it's still like smoking right now. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So anyway, that is a scene right there. I thought the plane landed already, but I think they're saying that no, they're saying it has landed for historic fourth arrest. So hopefully nothing blew up on John's side. John called me yesterday about what was it, about 3:00 maybe. John called me and he said, I can't get home. I was like, what do you mean you can't get home? He said, I ran to the store and now I can't get home. He said, they've got the subdivision blocked off because there's a wildfire going on right now. I was like, what? He's like, I can't get back in. And so, like, you got back in, what, 3 hours later to your subdivision?
Probably a couple hours. And praise Jesus, we got some sprinkles coming down. First time in 2 months.
Man.
No,
don't do that.
I'm not lying. Hopefully, I don't lose electricity. But I need to do this here. Thanks to that super chat, by the way.
Thank you for that.
We just kind of went off on a rant there.
Well, in case anybody doesn't know, we're both in serious droughts here. We both desperately need rain. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a drought this long. And I got my water bill, man. This is my most expensive water bill because I was like watering my grass to keep it from going brown. Still went brown anyway. $128. Normally my water bill is like 70 something. Over here on Rumble, we got a Rumble rants from Shane476. Anything but Dr. Phil, please. Can't stand that idiot. Okay, so I'll give you something else besides Dr. Phil. Okay, why don't we go with which one I haven't done yet? Let's do this one. There you go. And we got one more super chat here. Deplorable Young. You ain't wrong, $10. Coffee pesos for tomorrow. Well, I appreciate it. I drink coffee like every single morning. Appreciate that donation. $5 to me, $5 to Rhodes. So
hell yeah.
Appreciate that donation. Which one? I know there has to be. Oh, I haven't done this one yet.
I love black people! I love black people! Who's your Jerry? You, my motherfucker! What you gonna do, Jerry? Show me the money!
And we got a new channel member here. Cruz Madrid has become a channel member. We appreciate you becoming a channel member. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday for the member live stream now. We appreciate that.
I shouldn't. Do it.
So we're all caught up on Super Chats and Rumble Rants. Oh, and let me check on Streamlabs here. I didn't check that because I don't want to miss it if there is anything there. Nope, nothing over there. We're all caught up. So.
I saw something, and I'm looking. Where did I see it? Brian Allen, who's a channel member, is there any way to donate to the channel? There should be a little dollar sign down there you can use for a super chat if you wish.
You're talking about for the you're talking about for the live stream here, or just in general? I mean, just in general. I mean, we have locals, we have the website, we got a lot of different ways.
Well, he's
to
a channel
support us.
member now, so we appreciate that already.
Yeah, I mean, you can just drop a super chat in on a stream, like it has a little dollar sign there, and it has the option to gift memberships. You're already a member. Super chat or super sticker. So whatever you want to do. So
At the end of Jerry Maguire, I always like to say, "Congratulations, you're still my agent."
Still my agent. Yep.
There it is, right there. There it is. Trump Force
One has landed.
It has landed right there. My God, this is so sad.
Yeah.
It truly is
This
sad.
is pitiful, man. Pitiful.
Okay, Jim Jordan is saying, he tweeted out, Fulton County DA Fannie Willis working with Jack Smith? ? That's an interesting question. What do you think about that?
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because you notice these Trump indictments come after something negative about Joe Biden, and this
Always,
tells you
it
how
seems like.
this tells you how little people actually care about Joe Biden. Everything Trump does gets much more coverage. Nobody cares about Beijing Biden.
Well, dude,
The Democrats in Maui don't even like him.
have you ever seen anybody in your life that has held an office of any sort be so embarrassing? Dude, the level of embarrassment that he caused this nation with his actions over Maui in Hawaii is just, it's unbelievable. And the fact that he just basically ignored that for like 5 days. He
It took
ignored
him
it.
about 2 weeks to go to Maui. 2 weeks.
Dude, over under on Trump going to Maui after that. 2 days?
He
48
would've
hours?
Went. He would have went.
I say 48 hours he would have been over there.
Trump, he gave a statement too before Biden. I mean,
unbelievable.
one thing the Democrats don't have going into 2024, they cannot blame the state of this nation on Trump. Trump has not been in office. If they try to play this card next year, Trump has been in office 3 years. Is inflation this problem? No. Is high gas prices this problem? No. Right now, here in Texas, the average price of gas in the Houston area, $3.48. Those gas prices, I think we got below $3 like for a little bit months ago. Now it's back up to like $3.48. And guess what? Inflation is still high.
I'm pretty sure my gas prices here were $1.84 when Trump, at the end of Trump run.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there, maybe $2 at the high end, something like that.
And then,
But the value of the
Biden
dollar
went
was
to
better
sleep.
too. Yeah,
Biden went to sleep. Sitting in
He went to
that, yeah.
look,
Fucking-
Miss McGee, Arizona, $4.49 for gas. $4.49. We have got to get rid of this guy.
81
You can't-
million votes.
You can't blame Trump. Noah Rhodes, I don't think there's going to be, let's say it's Trump and Biden. I don't think there's going to be a general election debate. I don't think that's going to happen.
There's no way they can let him participate in that. No way. Can you imagine? Look, Trump destroyed him last time. I mean, there's no way at his decrepit ass old crypt keeper age, there's no way they can put him on the stage
Yeah.
with Trump.
The thing is, what accomplishments can he actually run on? He can't. Now, you can make the case that before when in 2020 Joe Biden wasn't in office, so he didn't have any policies, but now we got 2.5 years of destruction. He can't defend it.
At all. Not a
Darius
chance.
Moore, member for 1 month. I think he actually meant to send a message because I think that's a member comment there. But it just says member for 1 month. But we appreciate you being here.
Hell yeah. Kick ass, man.
Yep. I just didn't want you to waste that because I know every month they allow channel members to leave a comment that can be highlighted.
Trump Force One right there. God almighty. This is a dark day for the nation. It's
very, very
this
dark
is
day.
awful. They are so scared of this guy. They're terrified of
They're
him.
terrified of him. And he's right about that. Remember when Trump, I'm going to say this real quick. Remember when Trump said, they're not after me. They're after you. I'm just in the way. What happened now in Georgia is a prime example. They went after Trump's lawyers for giving him legal advice. Legal advice. They arrested his lawyers for giving him legal advice. If they can actually go after his lawyers, they're going to come after you if you question an election. That's going to be next. And you Democrats that voted for this, guess what? They're going to come after you if you step out of line. This is what communists do.
Wow. Okay. People in the chat were not kidding. Just a slight pivot. Triple H on his Twitter just received a call from WWE Hall of Famer Mike Rotunda, who informed me of the tragic news that our WWE family member for life, Wyndham Rotunda, known as Bray Wyatt, unexpectedly passed away earlier today. Whoa. Our thoughts are with his family, and we ask everyone to respect their privacy at this time. Wow, I saw that going in the chat a little bit, and I was like, holy crap, did Bray Wyatt die? And he did die, yes.
There was another wrestler that died the other day.
Terry Funk, legendary
Funk, yeah.
Terry Funk passed away yesterday. Rest in peace, Terry Funk. My God, a true legend. I mean, that is one of the GOATs of professional wrestling. You could call him the originator, the innovator of hardcore wrestling. Mick Foley's best friend. Ric Flair has always said that Terry Funk has given him some of the best matches of his career. The great Terry Funk passed away yesterday. And by the way, Bray Wyatt's brother just debuted on AEW. I haven't watched it yet. I just happened to see a clip. And I was like, wow, I think Bo Dallas just showed up on AEW. I saw it on Twitter. So anyway, that's a side note. We got off on wrestling for a second, but that's crazy news out of wrestling.
You want to know what's really crazy about this Georgia thing? They actually made Trump post bail. In the other cases, this is how crazy it is with Georgia. And the problem with Georgia is this is not a federal case right here. So if Trump gets in office, he can't pardon himself. But there's people that don't believe that Trump will do a single day in prison.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't.
No, he shouldn't. These charges shouldn't even be brought up. And I believe that the communist Fannie Willis wants a trial next March, which is like right before. It's kind of funny how they scheduling these trials, right?
Yeah.
They're
calculated. Absolutely.
I think that Trump's people, they're pushing for like October this year, November this year, something like that. I don't remember.
I'm thinking it was. She asked for an October 23rd trial date. October 23rd
for this year.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. What did Trump's people say? I can't remember what. I may be getting. I'm getting the other one confused with the other. trial
With
that
the-
they want.
With the other 3 bogus indictments, yeah, I can
Yeah.
understand how it could get confusing.
It's confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, let me go and see if Trump's
Yeah.
camp.
Forrest brings up a good point right here. $2. Didn't a judge say Trump was immune? I'm glad you brought that up because there is speculation here.
I heard that.
That the only way that Trump really could get indicted is if he's impeached. Since he was the president, he actually has the right to actually go out there and I don't want to say it wrong here because I'm not a lawyer, but his actions as president is immune unless he's impeached. I believe that was the case, what they were making right there. So none of these should actually hold any weight. But Trump also brought up a good point last night that even Democrats should actually see. Stacey Abrams never conceded the 2018 election. Never conceded at all.
She was talking election fraud forever. I mean,
Yeah.
Hillary's
Clinton.
still talking it.
Hillary. Democrats in 2000 said that George Bush wasn't the president. They said that. They said that. Thank you for that that super chat.
I shouldn't. Do it.
Oh my God. I didn't even know you can actually give a $500 super chat on
Damn!
YouTube.
What?
I had no idea that you can actually give a $500 super chat.
Shit.
Brian Allen, you are the champ for the day. We appreciate that. $500. You guys rock. Keep it up.
My God.
I don't even think we got a
I ain't
good
got a
soundbite
$500 clip, homie. I ain't got a $500 clip.
I'm just going to give you my favorite one here. I'm going to give you my favorite clip here. That's pretty much all I can actually do right there. Man, we appreciate it. Let's go with this one. This is my favorite one.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Man,
Man,
you sure-
bless you, Brian.
Yeah.
Man, that's
We do.
unbelievable.
We appreciate that because we were just talking about how the sports channel has sucked for like a week. YouTube pulls their antics. You
That's
made up for
crazy
the
as
sports
hell.
channel for a day.
You sure
Right
as
there.
hell did.
Yeah, we appreciate
Sure
that.
did.
That is massive right there.
right.
Appreciate all of the donations that are coming in. Got 14 people still watching over there on Rumble.
You guys
And,
kicking
let me-
ass tonight.
Yeah. Let me check on Streamlabs here. All right. Streamlabs still
Man.
good. Still good.
Brian made me replace my nicotine gum. I had to put some new gum in.
You actually use the
Man.
nicotine gum? I didn't know
Oh
that.
man, forever. Yeah.
I just thought you would just get the cold turkey. Oh. I told you
Yeah.
the way my mom stopped smoking. My mom just one day just woke up and said, I don't like this. And she just never picked up a cigarette again. She had been smoking. She smoked until she was probably like, my mom is 67 now. She smoked until, man, it's probably been about 20 years now
Well,
since she smoked. Now she can't stand smoke.
there's definitely people in the chat right now that remember the days when I would have chain smoked during a live stream. I mean,
I remember that. I
you
remember
know,
would.
me smoking on a live stream was just like a thing. It
Yep.
was kind of like eating salsa and hot sauce, chips and hot sauce while smoking.
Yeah.
Just greatness. Oh,
Look at channel member Patel Ron here. Wasn't Fannie Willis hooking up with a gang member? That is the allegation.
oh,
That she was
snap!
hooking up.
Are you serious? I didn't know this.
You didn't know
Tell me
that?
the story. No.
That's the allegation. I don't know all the details of the allegation. Was that she was actually getting on with a gang member. Yeah.
Whoa. Oh, here I go.
So is that the
let's
motorcade with Trump right there?
Oh, Trump. Trump said it. Okay, interesting. Let's see. Do not load that ad on me, Newsweek. Don't do it. Pause. Let's see. Oh, he said it during a rally in Windham, New Hampshire. This was, when was this? Oh, this wasn't too long ago. A couple of weeks ago he said it.
Yeah. You know, Fannie Willis, you know, her father was a communist. Did you know that?
Really? I didn't know that either.
Her father was a member of the Black Panther Party, which is a Marxist-Leninist organization.
Oh,
That's all you need to know.
Here's the quote. Quote, I probably have another indictment. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. I guess they say that they were after a certain gang. She ended up having an affair with a head of a gang or a gang member, Trump said. Interesting indeed. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Unbelievable. It's crazy. Yeah, it's Salty Cat. I'm furious. This is bullshit. I mean, all this is bogus. We're watching the President of the United States traveling to have a mugshot done in what's supposed to be the United States of America, not Venezuela.
Yeah.
You're watching this.
This whole thing seems to really be a photo op for Fannie Willis to get off on it.
You know,
because I believe they know they have nothing, but if they can get that mug shot, even in New York, they didn't actually do this.
You know, Tucker asked him last night. He just come out and asked him, do you think they'll try to kill you? He just come out and asked it.
That's a real concern. I mean, think of this, man.
It's a massive concern.
They tried to impeach him twice. And they did an illegal impeachment after he got out of office. How in the hell can you impeach a president who's already out of office? But they did that. Then they tried the whole January 6th commission thing, completely fell apart. Now they're trying to arrest him. I'm not saying they're going to do it.
I mean, they're trying everything.
They're trying everything.
If they can't get him, unfortunately, we're running into some even scarier area because they want to stop him in my opinion, at all cost.
Yeah.
You know? I mean,
and I know.
I think it's a real danger. I really do.
Yeah.
I'm worried about it.
And we're always hearing about civil war, right? If Trump is assassinated, oh boy,
hell. Oh,
that's
hell.
a wrap. I've already said, I don't know how people actually feel about this, but I believe I was right when I said the United States of America no longer exists. We're not a United States of America. We're just not. I mean, when you have a political party going after their political enemies, I mean, Weimar Germany no longer existed pretty much when Hitler got power. Yes, of course, he didn't have all the power when he first got in, but after the president of Germany died, he consolidated the powers of the president and the chancellor into the Führer. And he became the dictator of Germany.
Well, you've heard me say this before on our streams. We're not coming together on a lot of topics. There's just a lot of things that we will not be united on. Okay, this is not. Right. We're not talking about the Democratic Party of 20 years ago, where you had one or maybe two issues that separated a lot of people, especially in the middle. When you've got naked men with their genitalia out right in front of children, and
Rhodes.
The left want us to be just fine with that. That's not going to happen.
Rhodes.
It's not going to happen.
This is how crazy Democrats are. 20 years ago, you probably wouldn't find one single Democrat for gay marriage. Barack Obama said no to gay marriage. Joe Biden said no to gay marriage. And now look at him now. Cut off your kids' balls now.
Hillary Clinton
was against
didn't
it.
support it.
Bill Clinton signed the Defense of Marriage Act that said that marriage was between one man and one woman. That was Bill Clinton, a Democrat.
Yep. That's right.
And now, if he did that today, boy, they would call him a right-wing white supremacist now.
that's a fact, and that's how different things have changed between the parties. And there was a dad in Fort Worth just in the last day or so that he got up in front of a school board and he was reading things out of literature in the school that they were teaching the children in Fort Worth. We're in Texas now. And they stopped him. They said it was too vulgar. It was too gross. You can't go on. Well, wait a minute. You're teaching my children this. And of course we're not coming together on that kind of shit. We're not coming together on biological men invading women's sports. No, we're not coming together on that.
No, there's no negotiation.
And there's no negotiation. Correct. We're not coming together on it. And I think we got a divided states of America truly right now. Yeah. We really do.
I want to ask you this, Rhodes. I want to ask you this. I'm pretty sure you know Democrats or people that you actually think are Democrats that are voters. Because I do believe there's a difference between the Democrat politician versus the Democrat voter. Because we know that the Democrat voter probably doesn't actually know what the politicians are actually pushing. Do you believe that, actually, no, not what you believe, but of the people that vote Democrat, do you actually think they're down with all this radical stuff the Democrats are pushing?
No, I don't.
I don't think so either.
I think the average voter, now I do believe that even when it comes to Democrats, part of country that you're in makes a lot of difference.
Right.
Okay.
If we talk about like Portland, of course, they're pretty radical.
Absolutely. I mean, California, Oregon, Washington, the coast in particular, both coasts, east and west, they're going to be radically more, the Democrats voting are going to be more radical. Here in Texas, I know some Democrats, and they align with me on almost all areas of, we're in agreement on almost everything. Almost everything. The biggest topic that is the place where we divide is abortion. That is the biggest topic. Right. For example, right here, the Democrats I know in Texas. Now, I know there's some radicals like in Austin. Many of them moved in from California.
The thing is, Rhodes, would they actually abort their kid?
Yeah, I mean, my answer would be no, actually.
I'm going to tell you something, man. My mother votes Democrat, says she would never, ever have an abortion. Never. And actually, some of the radical, all the stuff like Bud Light and everything like that, she had no idea what was going on. Adidas, all that other stuff. She had no idea. Guess what? She ain't down with any of that stuff. None of it. That's why I said your average Democrat voter probably doesn't know exactly what's going on. And I'm thinking that she probably most likely voted Biden, and she even told me he's trash.
Look, we know many Democratic voters, they're not consuming the same media sources we are, which is a big part of the problem. Okay.
And then if that also, it's our job, to do this stuff. The average everyday person is going to work and they're not really thinking about stuff. People go to work 9 hours a day. They're not having the time to actually sit down and digest stuff like us. So I want to be fair about that.
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of people. I know even some conservatives that didn't fully know that some of this kind of thing was going on because they're not locked in as much as us, Now I know a couple that were like, hell no, I'm not drinking any damn, Bud Light anymore. They can kiss my ass,
Yeah. But I was texting my boys the other day because one of my best friends, he had texted me. He was sitting down. He was in his garage. He was drinking a cold one. He's a cop in Beaumont, by the way, drinking a cold one. I said, "Hey, at least you're not drinking Bud Light." And then we got into this conversation about Bud Light and how they just destroyed themselves. Of course, they ain't down with all. Actually, you know what? And they're all black guys, man. Remember when Adidas had the guy in a man bikini or whatever it was? I texted him that. Boy, they were roasting that because your average person is not down with that stuff. Regardless of political affiliation, political leanings, nobody's down with that stuff.
Hey, John, do you have right side broadcasting up on your side?
Yeah.
I tried to bring them up a minute ago, and my internet started flaking out on me.
It looks
so
like
I closed them.
Let
me
me
stop sharing this.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I got them pulled up here. Present.
I don't know what shots they've got going on right now.
So it looks like. Why is it so dark though?
Wait a minute. Why is their feed so damn dark?
I don't know. It's just dark like that.
What the hell?
I don't know why. I don't know if that's what they got.
We can go back.
Okay. Because I can't see anything on there.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's getting dark there, but it's not that dark.
Oh, that was like from deep inside. Okay. I see now. It's clear now, but it looked like the camera was so zoomed in. Hold on. I think it was in the back of somebody's head. Because now look.
Yeah, it's better. That's better.
It's better right there.
Yeah, that's about what Newsmax has got right now.
Yeah.
Damn, this is crazy. This is just nuts.
Yep. That is absolutely crazy what's going on.
When will the mugshot come out? I wonder.
I'm pretty sure, boy, they want to get that out fast. Somebody actually said that that when Trump takes the mugshot, he should actually make that his Twitter profile as his first tweet back on it.
That's not a terrible idea. That's not a terrible idea. Oh.
Yeah. The thing is, man, these indictments aren't working. He's become more popular. And in quite a few polls now, he's actually leading Joe Biden on national polls. And some people may be saying, all right, how is it that like Biden has like a 1-point lead or they're tied on a national poll? National polls are quite different. If you got like a 3-point advantage in a poll, technically that should be a landslide. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not really the same. But the thing is, Trump is in a better position now than he was in 2020. Because in 2020, they had Biden up by like high single digits, like what, 8, 9 points or whatever. And of course, the polls were wrong. It was closer than that. But now they got it at like a dead heat or Trump ahead. I think one poll had Trump up by like 7 points or something. So he's in a better position now than in 2020. Honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth, man. I can't think of one single person, not one, that thinks that Joe Biden's doing a good job. Not one.
No, I mean, does anybody outside the mainstream media believe he's doing a good job?
Even the mainstream media is kind of bailed on him.
Yeah. And you're right. Every time something bad, anytime Biden gets any bad press, all of a sudden it's time for something bad about Trump to drop.
Remember an indictment or something.
Yeah.
What else is left?
Hunter Biden was really firing up about 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, boom, he got a new indictment.
Yeah.
Like
nobody's
literally
talking about
the
Hunter
next
now.
day. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, what other indictment could he get now? What an indictment.
I I don't know, but I'm sure
Are
they
we
can
fresh out?
manufacture one.
They can
I
make
don't
up
know.
some, I guess.
They can. Oh. Hey, I might. Let me switch it back over right quick. There's some cool shit going on over here.
Okay.
Why is it? I think CNN, they're so obsessed, they made sure they got a front row seat here or something. We got them rolling in.
See, one thing, I'm not a fan of CNN, but like when it comes to their election coverage, I like using them because their polls are more interactive, better than like Fox or anybody else's. Like you can go right now and try to like look at the data on elections. Theirs is like top notch.
When we were doing our election stream, Fox News was way behind CNN.
Yeah, CNN's
way behind.
CNN's was much more functional. That's
Where
about
did
the
I
only
see
credit
it?
I'm going to give CNN.
Somebody said it. There we go.
Oh, so he's coming in now. Oh, he
I told
arrives now.
Melissa
Trump
this-
is.
I told Melissa
like
this
this,
earlier.
though.
This feels like the OJ chase.
I'm not going to. That OJ Chase, man, was historic, man. Because I
Crazy
remember
as hell.
I was watching the Rockets in the NBA Finals, and I got pissed off because they cut off the NBA Finals.
I was too.
I was at my friend's house watching the Rockets. I remember I was 17 years old, almost 18. I was pissed. But that OJ Chase was something we had never seen.
Check this out. Something I did not think I'd ever be doing. I found myself about an hour before we came on the stream. OJ released a video giving his take about the damn GOP debate on his X.
Oh, really?
And I clicked on it. It was like, am I really listening to OJ breaking down the fucking debate right now? I was like, what am I doing? OJ was really trying to break it down, too. And he said, you know, I kind of like Nikki Haley. She seems like a Christian. And I was like, what is happening right now?
Nikki Haley is a neocon that wants to fund Ukraine.
Oh, it was just crazy, like OJ talking about, oh, yeah, she's a Christian. And I'm like, did you hack up your wife? I mean, what are you doing right now?
You know what? I think OJ makes these videos because say what you want about OJ, man. He has a bunch of charisma. And I think he knows that. And people are going to watch it. And I believe people will watch this stuff to comment in the comment section. I wonder if OJ actually said Vivek killed it. Something like that.
He said he was great. Yeah, he said he was great. He really liked Vivek. He thinks Vivek needs more seasoning, is what he said. He'd like to see him in 2028, is what he said. He'd like to see him a little older.
Nah. Vivek, man, is hot right now. I think Vivek knows he's not going to win, but he's probably setting himself up for 2028. Vivek is only 37 years old.
You know, he claims he won't do the VP thing. I think that's just rhetoric.
I think he will.
I think it's rhetoric. I think if he's offered
I think so
he's
right now
taking it.
because he's focused on trying to win right now. So if he says,
Exactly.
"Yeah, I'll accept it," you're kind of admitting defeat then.
Absolutely.
If you're doing that. So Vivek is going to. I think Trump would be a fool not to make him the number one option right now. Trump would be a fool. And Vivek is the only one that seems to publicly support him no matter what. Did you see Ron DeSantis kind of like haphazardly raise his hand in a way on the debate?
Oh, that was
That was terrible. Vivek immediately raised up his hand. DeSantis kind of like,
he looked around to see who else was raising their
Yeah.
hand. It was
Yeah.
pathetic, dude. It was truly pathetic. This is crazy. I cannot believe that we're sitting here watching this happen right
Yeah.
now.
and the thing is, man, they say that this jail is horrific.
Oh, it is.
Horrific.
This is where the guy died from bed bug bites. He got eaten alive by damn bed bugs. I shit you not. It's
Hey, guess
that
what?
bad.
Guess what? It's all run by Democrats.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fulton County run by Democrats.
This
you know what?
is a shithole jail. Yeah.
Guess what? We hear a lot of criticism about the Harris County Jail in Houston, run by Democrats. They say the conditions are bad down there. Don't know, don't care.
Do you know the level of ignoring an inmate that has to happen for that sumbitch to get eaten alive by bed bugs?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Rhodes.
truly.
Rose, there's a reason why I never go into the city of Houston. I stay roughly around my area as much as possible. Because I used to work downtown Houston, man. I used to work down the road from Minute Maid Park, where the Astros played. There is a ton of homeless people down there. There was actually homeless encampments. Now, it wasn't like what they were having in like LA and San Francisco. But boy, they had some nasty ass people down there, man. And I was a contractor, so because you got to pay to park. I got a monthly parking spot, $100 a month. And that was an open, so I had to walk down to my office, and those homeless people begging you and everything, man. And you know what? I guess some people are so immune to it. Some of these workers, they be holding like whole conversations with these homeless people all the time because I guess they knew them quite well since they saw them every day. This one guy would ask me for money every single day. Downtown Houston.
Didn't Vivek shoot down that Soros crap? I saw somebody bring it up in the chat. He shot
I
that
heard
down.
something about it. Like he took a $90,000 scholarship, and it wasn't from George Soros. It was from like a relative of his or something. It wasn't
like a scholarship or something.
Yeah, it was a scholarship
thing,
funded by Soros, but it wasn't George Soros. It was like somebody that was already dead or something like that. I don't even know. But he said he didn't have the money to go. That's why he took the scholarship. And the media, but the thing is, man, the media knows that Vivek is the clear number 2. So now they're going on attack after attack after attack of Vivek. You notice how they're not really going after DeSantis anymore. Because they believe that DeSantis is toast.
Dude, he's quickly become irrelevant.
Yeah. But think of this, man. Nobody knew who Vivek was like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
I didn't even know how to pronounce his name. Ramaswamy. I was like, I didn't even know how to pronounce his name. Now everybody knows Ramaswamy.
And you know, he likes Trump, but at the end of the day, I do have to point something out. If you like Trump so damn much, why are you running against him? I mean, no. I do want to point that out, by the way.
Well, think of this. He is raising his political profile.
Yeah, that's true. That's a fact.
And
if
I believe that's why some of these other people,
he almost has to run
Chris
now.
Christie, he knows he can't win. Chris Christie should drop out now. He's getting booed everywhere. Why is Mike Pence running? Mike Pence is considered a traitor.
And you are right there, because I believe if you got eyes on 2028, you almost have to run now, unless you're DeSantis. The reason it's different with DeSantis is the job was his. Had he not run against Trump, it backfired on him.
But also, in a way, I'm going to defend DeSantis a little bit, because we have seen the window for running for president is short. Think of this. Jeb Bush was a guy at a time. Ted Cruz was a guy at a time. Can you imagine Jeb Bush or Ted Cruz?
Marco Rubio was a massively up-and-coming name at one time.
None of those guys have a shot right now.
Yep.
None of them will have a shot right now.
Scott Walker was a big... Remember when he was storming in and then nothing? You're right. You're right.
Well, let's just go to the Democrat side. Everybody's like, oh, Beto. Beto is done now. Done. Beto is completely irrelevant.
Are we sure he's not going to run for something else?
He wasn't close to being president. He wasn't close to being president. Got blown out in Texas in the governor's race. What else is he going to do?
Senator? Senator next?
Remember, he tried to run against Ted Cruz. and he lost.
Oh yeah, that's right.
by,
He
by
lost
a little bit. But you got to remember,
Yep.
the Democrats put historic numbers into his campaign.
They spent a bunch of money on
he ain't that guy now. He ain't that guy. And I do believe that that Biden's going to lose Texas by even more than what he did in 2020. Remember they tried to paint Texas as a battleground state. I'm like, what?
battleground. Yeah,
I'm like,
the bitch.
Do they realize that?
This
Do
ain't
they
a purple
realize?
state.
Do they realize no Democrat has won office in 30 years here, and Texas has not voted for a Democratic president since Jimmy Carter,
Yeah.
45 plus years ago. This ain't a battleground state, and actually, it's gotten more red now because around there at the border, oh boy, those
Yeah.
Democrat Hispanics started flipping red.
Started. Oh yeah, a bunch of historically Democratic counties all went to Trump out of nowhere. The Democrats didn't see that. That was one of the reasons why, and I understand. There are a lot of different notches you need to hit in order to win an election, and Trump hit every goddamn one of them. He hit every one of them. All the important notches he hit. And then they said, "Oh, you lost by what was it?
Wait a minute.
6 million votes or whatever." And I'm like, "Wait, what? How is that possible?"
Hey, it says Trump surrenders. I just noticed that while we were talking. So Trump is in custody, it looks like. So Trump has been arrested.
Yeah, I mean, he's used to coming off that plane and having people at the airport on the sidelines.
Now we're talking about raising stock for far as politics go. Like, for example, I understand why, even though it was much too soon, I understand why Francis Suarez ran, because he needs to get his name out there for future purposes.
Yeah.
Let
Francis
everybody.
Suarez, I know you're kind of big on him. I'm not really big on him.
He's tough
This
on
dude,
crime.
this
he is
dude,
tough on
he
crime.
is, but this dude is like a liberal Republican, man. He's like a liberal Republican.
If you can clean up the streets of Miami, that's
True.
that's
But
a hell
man,
of a feat.
He's soft on the alphabet stuff, though.
Oh no, I can't get down
Yeah.
with that. I can't
He's
get
soft
down
on
with
that.
that.
I think he was like at a pride parade too, and he's a liberal Republican.
Ugh.
Good job that he
Another-
actually cleaned up Miami, though. I give him credit on that, man. But the other
I didn't know you
stuff- 'cause
could clean up Miami.
Also, he's been critical of DeSantis too, man. So because you knew about him before me, and it's not like I actually went all out to learn everything about him, but he's a bit liberal, man.
Hey, I'm fixing to stop sharing for a sec, and I'm going to switch my internet real quick because I'm
Okay.
noticing. Well, maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't have to. I'll write it out. See if I
You look
don't
pretty
die.
clear. So
Yeah, well, I always think my internet's getting bad because you'll stutter a little bit. I start watching you, and you start doing a robot.
I know I froze up, man. I'm thinking I probably need to get rid of this cam link here. I really don't want to have to go out and buy. I probably should, but I just don't want to. I'm holding out because I can get the Streamer X from Rhodes, which is a capture card and audio processing. It'll probably work better, but it's $400. I don't want to spend it.
Wow, I don't blame you.
Yeah, but it's new. I've had this cam link for years. So I froze. I noticed on the member stream I froze up like 4 times. So, and this computer is powerful.
Whoa, that actually shows up. Wow, look at that! Holy crap!
How did you do that?
Yeah, that took some doings. Man,
Well, I guess
my
we
new
really didn't get
office
any
chair
rain.
is rough.
I don't think we really got any rain here because thunder's over and everything. I think we got like probably some sprinkles and that was it.
That sucks.
There it is right there.
What is,
Trump placed under arrest and booked by Georgia authorities.
God.
It happened.
It happened.
Someone
That's
got the
awful.
bloodshot then.
That's what I'm looking for right now.
And I know he has a $200,000 bond.
People are already looking for it.
I'll be amazed they find it that fast. I'll be amazed. Wouldn't it be something, man, if they revoked his bail?
Oh my God!
Considering he has his
no
plane in.
way. No way.
Nah, it wouldn't happen. But man, I think all these indictments, man, you have to think that the moderate would actually look at this and say, man, this is nuts. I really want to know, what is the difference between what he did and Hillary? Hillary flat out lied and tried to say that Trump was a Russian asset. He was working with Russia, all that other stuff. Hillary right now should be in prison for what she did with those emails.
That's got to be fake.
What you got?
Well, something popped up. Oh, a couple of people now. A couple of people now are starting to pop that bad boy up. Let me take a look. I'm thinking this may be fake, but
Maybe AI?
yeah, possibly. Right there. This is starting. I just saw it pop up like 5 times in about a minute.
Is that what he actually wore, though, when he went down? That looks pretty real.
Damn.
Hold on. Let me see here.
That's not it. That's not it.
It looks pretty real.
That's not it. Man, breaking just in.
Oh,
Here's
well, no.
mugshot of-
NBC News. See mud shots.
Oh, they got it?
Mud shots of
They got it?
Trump's Georgia case. Oh, wait. Hold on. That was from, but it said, hold on a second. Oh, that was 3 hours ago. So, no, that's not it.
Yeah, that's starting to really pop up. Hold on. Let me do another refresh on this bad boy. Dadgum. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back.
Well, we got some data here. Trump, 6'3", 215 pounds. I see that.
Man, it is really popping in now.
Oh, wait. That's not real. Because
It's not real.
that's that's a different tie. Trump is wearing an all red tie as he's walking down from his plane. That's not real. They could at least gave him a red tie that he has. Yeah, because I'm looking at this video. It's not the same tie. That's a fake one. If you see a
That's sad
solid
as
red
hell.
tie,
It's sad as hell.
yeah, if you see a solid red tie, then but that was a good one though. I thought it looked real for a second.
I think a lot of people thought it was real. Yeah.
See, it's trending right now. Trump mugshot. Everybody showing MLK's mugshot too.
Daniel Baldwin said, yes, he clocked in at 6'3", 215.
Kind of funny, man.
Yeah.
MLK was arrested in Birmingham, Alabama, run by Democrats. Think about that. Yeah, this is fake, man.
Yeah, I'm looking. Nothing yet. Man, I hope this dude absolutely I hope he crushes Biden into the dirt.
I would love to see a
This is
50 state landslide, but we know it's not going to happen.
Oh shit! A 50 state landslide would be unbelievable. It truly
But like
would
I said,
be.
man, the days of a 49 state landslide like Reagan, I believe those days are over with. And that was with Jimmy Carter, who was awful. Joe Biden is worse than Jimmy Carter. The key is
I believe you're right there. I think he is worse than Jimmy Carter. No doubt, Jimmy wasn't nearly as radical as Joe Biden is.
no, he's pretty liberal.
Although I do believe that Joe Biden's more of a puppet than anything else at this point.
Yeah.
You know, he was always known to be a more moderate, but look what happened.
But he was always known to be an idiot too, as well.
And that's a
He
fact.
was never
Absolutely.
he was never known to be a very good politician. Apparently, Joe Biden's been wrong about every single foreign policy decision for the past 50 years. You know, when we actually killed bin Laden, Joe Biden was the only one against it. Barack Obama, like, all right, we should do this. Joe Biden, nah, we shouldn't do this. That's when he had his marbles. And we were right.
People are really triggered over this 63215 deal.
Six three 215. Is that?
That's what they're saying. His height and his weight.
Yeah, I know.
I'm looking. Latest. Damn, people are still claiming that's the mugshot.
It's not, though. It's fake. I was on Twitter. I was looking at it. I wonder if they have anything on Truth Social about it. Yeah, there's probably nothing on it. Dan Bongino puts out, the police stays here. Thank the communist lids for that. Liberals are a massive cancerous tumor on the ass of civilization. That's on Truth Social.
Oh, he's departing right now. Trump
he's
departs Georgia jail after arrest, booking on felony charges.
That was fast.
So he's leaving.
Yep.
We just got a question too. Yep.
Yep.
Right there.
DJ ZW member for 3 months. Should he follow Dan Bongino and not post bail? Yeah, Bongino was saying that he shouldn't. And you know what? That would have been a very, very good tactic, I believe, if he did that, because I believe that would have backfired big time on Democrats if that happened. Because he's getting more powerful by the day with these indictments. But once you actually throw him in jail, especially in that jail right there. Now, for one thing, I don't believe that the Secret Service wouldn't allow that, I believe. Because essentially you'll be throwing the Secret Service in the jail too. So I don't even know why they even gave him made him post bail. But if he had to go to jail, what would be the fallout if he actually had to stay in jail?
I don't know, man. I've thought about that some, and I'm like, how would we react as a country? I don't know that would do, if that would, you're always thinking about something. What will spark a civil war is one thing that I always think about. You know, what will be the tipping point that where people are just like, literally, enough is enough, you know?
Yeah. Because the problem is, let's say that Trump gets convicted and they sentence him to prison. How would that even work? Because he would have Secret Service protection 24/7.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's why a lot of people don't believe that he's actually going to go to prison, even if convicted.
Are they about to show it? Mugshot taken of Trump.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be released here.
I keep refreshing, thinking I might get. People are still saying it's. All right, a couple of people are saying no. That's not the type.
Yeah, USA Today is even saying, and I agree with them, saying it's altered. They fact checked it. I was easily able to tell because he wasn't wearing the same tie.
It's fake. Yep.
It's fake. But that was a damn good fake one though. I actually agree with USA Today for once.
God, that's a first time ever. I think
that's a first. Yeah, because Mike Freeman works for USA Today. Man, he's woke as hell, man.
Oh yeah,
on the sports side,
he's a nutcase. I've done a couple of videos on that dude. He's a big Brittany Griner fan.
Yeah. There's actually some pretty good fake Trump mugshots on the internet.
Everybody's been refreshing their Twitters to try to find it. I'm going to go over to Truth Social and see if I see anything over there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything over there. Because I'm pretty sure that Trump mugshot is probably the number one thing trending on X. Yeah. It's actually number 2 right now. Bray Wyatt is number 1. Another fake AI of Trump running away. Let's see here. Oh, now that somebody actually tried to, I guess, put up the mugshot and covered up his tie to make you think it's real, but you can kind of still see his tie a little bit. Is that all?
Yeah, this just broke. Trump's going to be on Newsmax tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time.
Okay, so in an hour.
Yeah. He's going to be on with Greg Kelly. I like Greg Kelly.
Yeah.
Him and Trump go way back because Greg Kelly's from New York up there.
Yeah.
In that area. I think he was a newsman up there for years.
Yeah. Net stop, guys. They're coming after you, Nets.
Yeah.
You Democrats also, they're coming after you.
They'll be taking mug shots of all of us.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you incited January 6th.
Yeah. I'm willing to bet that the average Democrat voter doesn't know. Like if you have a kid and your kid wants to transition, you say, no, that ain't happening. You're a boy. They want to take away your rights, take your kid away. That's what Democrats want to do in some of these radical states like, was it Oregon?
Yep.
That was pushing that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So keep that in mind, man, when you want a communist state. You have no rights. You have none. And eventually, you know what's going to happen? If there was a communist state, they're going to backtrack everything. You know that, right? For one thing, if they were pushing the alphabet agenda on everybody, guess what? Reproduction would fall dramatically. the population would fall dramatically. And guess what? Then they're going to outlaw homosexuality because they have nobody to control, right, Rhodes?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's right. That is correct. God, people, it's not real.
It's fake. And by the way, Thursday Night Football is on tonight.
Oh,
I touched you about that earlier.
God, I know it. I'm just now remembering. Yeah.
Yeah, Colts and Eagles is about to. They're about to start now on Prime.
On a side note, let me just recognize that Deshaun Watson, you're on the clock, man. You've got somebody breathing down your neck for your job right now. Because Joshua Dobbs, who was supposed to be the backup in Cleveland, just got traded. Why? Because they got a rookie that is showing his ass at quarterback in Cleveland right now. So Watson better play. He better play his ass off, or Dorian Thompson Robinson's going to take that job.
Oh my God!
I'm rooting for him to lose.
Speaking of
this
sports
game.
roads, the Astros got their ass kicked, 17-1 at home to the Red Sox.
Wow.
JP France, 2 innings, 2.1 innings, 10 earned runs. What? Martin Maldonado actually had to pitch? He's the catcher. Yep, Martin Maldonado pitched an inning. He gave up 4 runs. How the hell? Why do you actually have him pitching?
They got the shit beat out of them so bad. I guess they decided they didn't want to
But he's your catcher.
waste any more. Well, if they get to a point where they don't want to blow like tomorrow night's, like 3 or 4 other pitchers, and they're like, we can't come back. A lot of times they'll put a
But still,
somebody else that in there to pitch besides an actual pitcher.
But still, why in the world? I'm trying to figure out why they actually put in Martin Maldonado. I've never known him to be a pitcher at all. He pitched in the 9th inning.
Dude,
The Astros
Trump
was really
got,
just sitting.
Trump got more votes today. I'm just going to point that
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
He got some more votes today.
yeah. Oh man. Well,
Man, I thought that they would. Yeah, Jeremy just tweeted out it's fake.
yeah. Oh,
I thought
folks.
they might. I thought we might see it before we.
I'm going to say this, man. I'm not going to vote Democrat while I'm alive. Maybe after I'm dead.
Oh,
They gave him an inmate number. You saw that?
yep, yep. Let me just
Wow.
go over the mugshot. Trump throwing up gang signs. Oh,
That is funny.
there's no way that's it. No way.
Yeah.
This guy's saying, bam, this is the real one. This is official. Is that it? No way. Is that really it? Breaking. This just in. So that's it right there? For real?
No, that can't be it because that's a fake one too. Because they actually do have the background showing like Fulton County. All you gotta do is look at Rudy Giuliani's. That's not real. Oh, it looks
Daily
fake too.
Telegraph.
Yeah, it looks fake.
It looks fake to me, too. Oh, okay. So now this is going to start trending.
That's
That one
fake.
looks realer than that one. That looks fake to me.
Yeah, they're not real. Oh boy.
Oh, man. God.
Donald Trump Jr. just started streaming on Rumble.
He's on Newsmax right now, literally.
Oh, he is?
He's on he's on Eric Bolin's bowling show. He's talking right now.
My man, Trump with the do-rag. Oh, boy.
Man, is there... I guess it's really not going to drop. It's not going to drop while we're...
Like I said, I'll be shocked if it actually
hoping it
got
would
out that
drop
soon.
one.
I said I'd be shocked if it actually got out that soon, so...
Yeah, yeah. I figured Fannie Willis would try to take a victory lap as soon as she could with that mugshot.
She probably will. Trust me, it's coming, though. It is coming. So... Well... Guess all of the...
Man, that sucks, dude. It really does. I mean... They are trying to do all they can. All they can. They're terrified of this son of a bitch. I've never seen anything like it in my life, man.
Look at this so-called conservative right there on CNN. Alyssa Farrell Griffin. Bought and paid by the left now. Had no problem actually taking a job in the Trump administration. But these people, man, they will sell their souls, man. Like Caitlin Collins.
Is that the chick
She's
that's
on
The View now?
Yeah. She's the super weak fake conservative.
I decided to saunter over to TMZ because with them you never know.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason why she's on there,
they don't have it either.
The only reason why she's actually on The View is because of her looks. That's pretty much it.
Rudy G's now on Eric Bowling's show. Wow. That's crazy. I cannot believe all these people got indicted. Anything they can drum up, anything they can just try to create, drum up, manufacture. I mean, what in the world? What's next? What's going to be the next one, John? What can they think about?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because these indictments definitely ain't working. What's next? We're
going to have to signal in some racism out of the bullpen. We're running out of things to go after Trump over, so we can try to bring the false narrative of racism back. It's an easy card to pull.
Yeah. And by the way, I got to apologize to the people on Rumble for our money stream. I set up the stream, but guess what? When I set it up in StreamYard, I forgot to select Rumble. That's why the stream didn't go out, and I tried to go back in and fix it, and I could do it. So, doesn't allow you to actually go back in and fix it after we're already live. So, sorry about that. Okay.
I got a cat that's about to bring down my house over here. Get down! Get down! Okay.
So Trump has already gone. Well, where is he at talking to? Where's he doing his interview at? That's what I'm curious about.
Let's make something clear. Right here.
Yeah,
This
he can run
is
still.
in no way going to influence voters.
No.
If anything, it's
gaining
grown.
voters.
His poll numbers have increased with every indictment. They have continued to go up.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. The worst thing that ever happened to Ron DeSantis was Trump getting indicted. Oh, he has gone south ever since the first indictment. He was like, oh, shit, what's happening right now? Oh, can we see him? Zoom in. Ah, crap.
Man.
No.
You know, Rhodes, I think that says Trump arrives at Georgia airport after booking. Oh, no. Okay, I see what it's saying. Okay. So he should be arriving there to leave.
I'm still looking. A lot of people are swearing up and down that latest one is his mugshot, but I don't think it is.
I mean, I'm going to go back to Twitter and look then. Let me see here.
Yes. He was booked, photographed, paid his bail, released on bond. He is not in jail. He's getting back on Trump Force One, it looks like right now. The shot that is there on the left is also on Newsmax right now.
Okay.
In front of the, I guess that, what is that, a Denali or Escalade or something like that.
Okay.
Is
Here
he
is
still
one-
in there? Is he in it? Okay. I guess he's in that vehicle right there on the left, they're saying.
Okay. Look at this one here. Let me share my screen. I believe this one is fake too, even though this is the I can tell that it's fake by the pixels around his the outline of him in the background.
Yeah,
It's
I've got
fake.
that picture. I've got that
Yeah.
picture in my Canva right now.
Yeah, it's
of
fake.
him, actually.
That's fake.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But
Crap. Yeah, I see it, babe. I'm trying to.
you got the real one?
No. Ah, crap. I don't have that string up.
Look at this one here. That first one, this shows you that it was definitely fake right here because you got the real photo of Trump here on the left versus the doctor one put in right there on the right.
Well, I could get to it if Newsmax would quit running an ad right now. Hold on, John. Trump's talking right now. I'm trying to get to it.
On Newsmax?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hurry up. Get Danica Patrick out of the way. Shit. Too late. We missed him. God dang it.
You sure?
Board.
Yeah.
Trump Force One. Just watch, folks. This is unprecedented. Again, it doesn't matter if you're Republican, conservative, Democrat, liberal, independent. It doesn't matter. If the justice system, if a prosecutor can go after you because they don't like you or don't like what you've done, this is no longer a fair, an honest, a constitutional republic. There's Trump as he gets on the plane. All right, folks. All right. Let's bring in Sarah Palin, Governor Sarah Palin, who's standing by. Governor, I hope you're there. By the way, folks, if you stay on this, because we're going to talk about this for the next few minutes.
I still like her.
Break this all down. Trump will also call in to
So
the Greg
does
Kelly
Glenn
show,
Rice.
which will be right at the end of our show. So you got to stay here. If you're at all concerned about the Republic, stay on Newsmax from here throughout the rest of the night. Governor Palin, really good to have you. We've talked about the two-tier justice system, but when you see it happening, when you see the former president being fingerprinted, having to show up, turn himself in, you see the mugshots of the other, 7 or 8 who've turned themselves in already. Do you have concern for the country as I do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think those who are conducting this travesty and creating this two-tier system of justice, I want to ask them, what the heck? Do you want us to be in civil war? Because that's what's going to happen. We're not going to keep putting up with this. And Eric, I like that you suggested that we need to get angry. We do need to rise up and take our country back. Now, I would say the RNC, though, that's what's lacking when it comes to collective anger that can be healthy and it can be useful. Where is the RNC? They hold the purse strings to the party. They hold the funds that could be helping out in this situation. They have the platform, and yet they're too timid. A bunch of freaking rhinos running the thing. So the RNC, they better get their stuff together, or I'll have to ask them too. What do they want as an outcome of this civil war?
You know, you make a good point. The RNC, where are they? They're certainly not pro-Trump. They're certainly not backing the leader by an overwhelming margin. He's lapped the field twice from the closest competitor. They're certainly not backing him. I'll give you last night as the example, the debate. By the way, Trump didn't go to debate. It was a historic low for Fox News. They did 11 million viewers. The lowest they've ever done before was 12 point something. He doesn't show up, people don't want to watch. So, and that's a
really awful,
horrendous number.
By the way,
debates, though he doesn't
because
show up.
If you take in the Trump interview,
Governor Palin, do you remember in 2015,
200 plus million impressions?
ran,
if you just take a percentage of that, more people watch Trump and Tucker.
Trump was leading, going into like maybe a little.
That's crazy. 11 million, man. To give you an idea, the average episode of The Big Bang Theory got higher ratings than that when it was on. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding at all. Wow. That is awful. That's so funny. And how many views? I think they said just in the period of time that the debate was on, just in the period of time that the debate was on, Tucker got 78 million views on that interview with Trump. And now it's got, hell, no telling how many. No telling how many. In fact, I'm curious because last I saw it was 213 million. 243.6 million views on his interview with Tucker. Wow. Bazinga.
Eric, this is too valuable of time between now and when the election is. Look what Georgia is doing to President Trump, who is the front runner,
That's nuts.
of course, and he will be back in there. He will be. They're trying to humiliate him.
Georgia, man.
Steps to humiliate.
That's in Georgia, a state that is really a red state, but because like the Georgia House is like they have a overwhelmingly Republicans, I believe.
The Georgia House.
Yeah. I think they are. Let me see here. Yeah. The House has 102 Republicans, 78 Democrats. And the Senate is much closer, but still 33 Republicans, 23 Democrats. Which still baffles me how you guys voted for Raphael Warnock.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I am not impressed with Brian Kemp, especially lately, at all.
But the people in Georgia,
is
that's
that?
what they wanted.
Is that the
So-
video? Can you send it to me on Twitter? Huh? Oh, I don't. Send it to me there, and let me see if I can move it. If I can move it, we'll play.
Hey, I got
I
got video of Trump speaking.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
got
that's
it.
what we were. That's what we were just talking about.
Yeah, this from the Blaze right here.
Very much for being here. I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen. If you challenge an election, you should be able to challenge an election. I thought the election was a rigged election, a stolen election, and I should have every right to do that. As you know, you have many people that you've been watching over the years do the same thing, whether it's Hillary Clinton or Stacey Abrams or many others. When you have that great freedom to challenge, you have to be able to, otherwise you can have very dishonest elections. What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong. And everybody knows it. I've never had such support. And that goes with the other ones too. What they're doing is election interference. They're trying to interfere with an election. There's never been anything like it in our country before. This is their way of campaigning. And this is one instance, but you have three other instances. It's election interference.
And I'm curious about something here. Usually when you see Trump, he has this American flag pin. He's not wearing it.
Did they make him take it off?
I'm wondering if they made him take it off for... No, but Rudy Giuliani had his on. So I don't know. But it's Trump. They could did something different. I don't know. I do not know. This is ridiculous, man.
Red tie is now trending.
Red tie. Oh my God. Somebody already has a shirt ready to go on Etsy of Trump in the suit mugshot.
Yeah, I saw it.
Boy.
Yeah, I saw it. Scumbags. Scumbags. Pieces of liberal trash. Scumbags. Some miscellaneous bullshitter just said there was a bomb threat at Fulton County Courthouse. I don't know if there's any truth to that.
If so, then it's probably a radical leftist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Rhodes.
No.
Anything
Crap.
else, man?
I guess we're not going to get the mugshot. No, man. I think that's it. I do think that is it.
Yeah.
Sad day, folks.
Everybody. Yeah, sad day. Sad day. We appreciate everybody coming out under these circumstances right here. Absolutely pathetic. Disgusting what is happening here.
Very.
In our country. All right. That's going to wrap it up, guys. We'll be back Friday with the member live stream. So click the join button if you would like to become a channel member. Check out blackandwhitenetwork.com for memberships also as well. You can actually get access to the Friday stream, 10 a.m. Central Time. Appreciate all the super chats that came in as well. So, peace. We're out.
Till next time.